disrupts are going to be very important. And it's even decent against a Wisp too. You like if he relocates in Bristle plus EO, you just disrupt the Bristle and just try and pound the Wisp and get past that front line.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, the ultimate question, will Alliance do the aggro try? And it seems like it based on their initial movements, though I think they are just going to invade to get some wards down, so we'll have to be patient to see how the lanes settle. The side of NaVi, I think a 2-1-2 will be the way they do it. A Vost on the Bristleback, that puts Go Black on the Lion. We saw the Dendy Magnus, and yeah, here's their tried and true offlane, the Vanscore Wisp, and the Funnick LC. What's the ward situation here? Couple of observers on the Shadow Priest.
I didn't expect Alliance to go so melee heavy against the second pick Magnus.
Yeah.
On top of that, Axe is a decent hero to negate Bristleback's Bristleback by forcing him to face one of the, I guess, two heroes that can do so, Axe and LC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of the taunters here in this match. So Alliance will just get a ward down.
Oh, they set up a heal bomb.
Middle of the jungle here. Yeah, they're trying to set the trap on Hippo's. This is the dire vision. They see the Bristleback walking over. Here we go. The trap's been sprung. Natus sets it up. The heal bomb, the taunt, and Hippo's probably going to be your victim of the first blood. Or nice line stun comes in from the Lion. Oh my, the Bristleback just barely lives. Go Black, keeping him alive.
Is he?
Oh, my nuts wants it. He's got boots. Pavos doesn't, but he's got a Salve and he's got a Wisp. Meanwhile, on the other side of the jungle, Go Black and Ake poking each other. Ake will get the better of that exchange.
So they can set up again. It only costs them one round of each of their spells, and no clarities have even been popped, whereas Vost almost dies there. He has to pop his Salve, and Gallblack also at half HP from this engage, and also used 2 impales during the duration of that early skirmish.
So will be a try-on-try, checking on the other lanes. Loda goes mid on the Troll, and up top that puts Potato on the safe lane Jug. Again, that is EGM, I believe. Those profiles are set to private. So, of these tri-lanes, Merlini, what are you thinking here? Who's got the edge? Both have a healer, both have a tanky frontliner.
I think it's easily Alliance. If they can go on the Lion is dead.
Well, speak of the devil.
They're not close enough for a call, but he's just so squishy. 1 armor. Oh no.
They're going to go in on this. Nuts takes some damage. There's the heal bomb to pick him back up. Pycat with the Berserker's Call. Once Go Black, one more auto attack. Will get it. Oh, Pycat gets fogged. Has to kind of double back. They still get the kill. Pycat with the first blood on Go Black. Will cost him his life, but a 1-for-1 trade yields him a bit of bonus gold.
A little bit unlucky spins from him, but still, he ends up getting first blood. Nice overall, and he's the ideal target in this lane, just because Wisp and Bristle, they can't peel for the Lion this early in the game, whereas Lion can, have a nice line stun and stop that engage. So at some point, I think that Alliance can actually creep skip, although they do have a lot of sustain with the Wisp, and it might be more dangerous than it's worth. And we see Vanscore and Godlike hooked up together, trying to contest a 2-minute room, but they are too late.
Yep, sharing is caring. Already been picked up by the Shadow Demon. He gets the bounty, and up top...
Okay, now the creep skipping starts from Pycat.
Okay, trees have been killed, and yeah, he'll go around to both, just heighten creeps around the tower. Here we go.
And so, this makes the supports very vulnerable.
Yeah, talk to us about the creep skipping strategy in general. How risky is it? Is this the right play, or is this...
It's super risky, but they have a Dazzle to back up, and also the 2 heroes from the other lane aren't likely to move. Magnus, you rarely see rotate early, same with an LC. And without any creeps at tower, it's just so difficult for them to engage. If a most leaves a tower, then they won't get any creeps, and if the supports try to engage, they'll just get destroyed. So I think this is the right play for them, just because of NaVi not really being able to punish it, and on top of that, they can kill the jungle creeps too, and this kind of corners the 2 supports into this lane.
And it just bottlenecks what they can farm. Wisp halfway through level 2, Go Black halfway through level 1. He didn't have enough to TP back, so he had to walk all the way, and it has been costly. Dazzle soon to be level 3, and the Shadow Demon a little bit behind him, but not too far off.
This also prevents them from doing a lot of other things, stacking Ancients for Bristleback, stacking just general neutral camps for the IO, and also just stacking for Dendy, so he gets his quick blink dagger. And NaVi can't really venture too far out. Like, Havos wants to make a move, but the creep wave is coming. Is he really going to miss a free wave to potentially get some damage on these two heroes? Probably not. And eventually they'll get strong enough to the point where they can just tower dive these heroes.
Yeah, they're already getting close. That heal bomb takes Havos down to half health. And the other issue here is that Wisp has that early bottle. Wisp is all about the runes. That's what you need to really be mobile and move around. And here he's very limited, stuck on an empty bottle, and really no easy way to contest any of these runes.
And look at Axe's goal. 1,000 post-tranquils.
That's
with him dying.
With him dying, he did get the first blood to make up for that death, to be fair. But still, 27 CS up there with the Troll, who is leading the way. It's coming out all things dire right now. About 1,500 gold in their favor in the first 4 minutes of gameplay. Just look at the raw CS. Troll having a pretty good time in the mid lane. Loda with 29 compared to the 18 of Dendy. And up top, LC not topping the charts. 14 last hits compared to the 25 of the Potato.
And another benefit of them creep skipping is that Bristleback is forced to last hit under the tower, whereas Axe will get every single creep from spinning. And here they go with the dive.
Yep, set it up with the Shadow Demon. Soul Catcher flies through. Havos at about half health, but Pycat, he's dueling it out with Go Black. A lot of low health heroes here. Ake going to be the target of choice. He does not have a grave. Dendy TP's in. They turn it around. Ake goes down. Pycat wants to finish Go Black, but good work around the trees, and he will die to the poison anyhow. A 1-for-1, support for support. The difference is Dendy had to rotate, which means Troll has some time to free farm.
This is going to continually get worse for NaVi, I feel like. Dazzle dying, sure, that's okay and all. And then Troll Warlord is also level 6. So these dives are going to be even more potent. Pycat setting up.
Yeah, Havos, he's all by his lonesome. It's just Minus and Pycat, but that's all they need. An axe to the back brings him down. As Dendy rotates mid and the Wisp has to head back to the well to fill up that bottle and get a TP.
And 700 gold away from the blink dagger on the Axe. Bristle is just so incredibly poor. Looks like he is going for...
Oh, up top, Potato gets a solo kill on Funnick. Not quite prepared for that Omni Slash to come out.
Easy 1-1-1 build.
Yep. So there you go. That's bottom lane victory for Alliance. Top lane now victory for Alliance in mid. Somewhat even, but on CS, huge victory for Loda, 35-20. This is quickly getting disastrous for NaVi, and now Bristle going to get dove once more. They see the TP from Wisp, and will back it on out.
It's just a Wisp, though. I think they can turn it around on this very soon.
Yeah, Wisp wants to get aggressive here. They've also got the Lion on his way back in. Still only level 2, so not the biggest threat. Lion's being a little cautious here. Not to throw away this lead they picked up for themselves. Now up to about 3,000 gold, 2,000 experience. Here's the setup. Shadow Demon making it happen. The taunt, the heal bomb. Can Pycat find the kill? He is level 6, but can't get the dunk. Dendy TP's in once more, this time with an RP. Nice Delta split. They'll isolate Ake. Still no grave on him. Opting to level up the Shadow Wave. Skewer forward. Ake will die. Dendy chooses to RP that.
But Loda has a DD. He is whacking on this tower in mid. Level 1 Fervor up. Battle Trance pop. This is a dead tower. Clip already used. So Dendy's rotation comes at a very hefty price.
Yeah, that tier 1 tower is so important if you're on the Radiant side for map control, and that is not the first one you want to go down. And that's...
He has a TP, though. He cannot let this aggression go unchecked.
What about that RP on Dazzle, though? Is that seemed like overkill, but I guess just wasn't secure.
It is, but he's just going to rotate mid and then wait for another dive. And I guess he might not actually have it up, so it could be a potentially big deal for them. Troll Warlord ultimate up yet again. He has been using it every single time on cooldown. I think he's used it 3 times already, 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and now down bottom, Alliance putting a lot of pressure on this tower. Now appearing that they may just let it fall. They've got a glyph, but no movements to make a defense. Pycat not opting for the fast blink. Instead, rushes the Vanguard. This early on, I think just about equally as good. 7 minutes with all this damage mitigation, 1,100 HP already. You compare that to the Bristle, who has 800. Big disparity.
It's not only for the mitigation, it's also really good for being able to do the neutrals. And with this T1 tower down, Axe has already completed his job, which is limiting the Bristleback's farm and taking out the early T1, and he needs to transition to the next phase of the game, which is either farming with a Vanguard or proceeding to gank people with a Blink. And feeling like farming is probably the better option.
At this rate, he's going to be able to do both. He's nearly halfway to the blink already. There's even a stack in the enemy jungle waiting for him. Here you go, Pycat. Christmas is over, but we got you a present anyway. Go ahead and have yourself some extra gold at our expense. Just keeps getting better for Cat. So let's take a look at overall items here. 3 bottles on the side of NaVi, Funnick, Vincere, and Dendi, all opting for the bottle regeneration. Outside of that, not much in the way of core items. Havos probably looking for a Vanguard.
Getting scouted out by MyNuts. MyNuts is probably aiming for a Disruption right now.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Disruption, and Pycat getting in position. Level 8, has a dunk, but won't use the Berserker's Call. Kind of an awkward spot in the trees.
And they spotted Dendi.
Yeah.
With his RP up now.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. So, still poking Havos and not really making his life too easy. Looks like a Vanguard will be on the way, so that's the first big item completed alongside the Arcane Boots on Dendi.
And Potato is owning relative to Legion. Legion just has press complete, and Potato already almost has his Mask of Madness.
Solo
they find Aki.
And up top, they're going to go in on the Funnick. That's a duel on the Potato. Some counter damage coming out. Can Ake save his friend? No, he can't. The Omni Slash does not yield a kill. And just a 1-for-0 so far, but now support coming in. Dendi's here, RP ready. More TPs from
Havos is stuck inside the creeps.
Oh, no. But he's got support. Vincere healing him up with the tether. Pycat taking a lot of damage here. Ake throws out the grave, maybe a little bit early. Now Pycat just trying to move in the trees to do what he can to survive. Ake with one last heal before they abandon. Pycat still alive, finally goes down. Now Dendi looking for the big RP, but Alliance not making his life easy. Loda TP's in, throws some axes at Havos. NaVi with quite a few low health heroes. They've gotten a good trade so far, and now if they can back out without too many casualties, that'll be Value Town, and they will. 1,600 net worth goes the way of the Radiant, and Funnick finds, well, doesn't get any damage, but a successful kill.
Huge fight for them.
Yeah.
Taking down the Axe, taking down the Juggernaut, probably their 2 highest priority targets right now. And that's when Wisp is left unchecked with the Bristle that's always able to keep him up online, and the Juggernaut Omni Slash didn't do enough damage at that point. Great versus one-on-one situation, getting 1-on-3, not enough.
Yep, and it kind of made this awkward. You don't know where he's going to land when he's done. So the Dazzle had a grave, wanted to use it, but couldn't quite get in position in time to get it off on the Jug. So a little bit unfortunate. Maybe could have gone better for Alliance. Smoke rotation at the bottom lane, though. MyNuts and Pycat looking to get aggressive. They got a lane ward here, so they see Go Black. He's hitting creeps anyway, but they know exactly what's going
on.
Though
he can actually kill MyNuts.
He can get a stunned finger, but Pycat's going to be there with the taunt, and he'll have a dunk. No finger for you, Mr. Lion. Nice little smoke gang from Alliance.
And Vincere almost level 6. He will be 6 after these Hellbear champions die, but on the flip side, Pycat almost with his Blink Dagger online. And Alliance have a better Roshan lineup, so they can definitely start eyeing that once Juggernaut completes his Mask of Madness. Looks like it's on the chicken right now, flying out. And how's the Blink Dagger progression from NaVi?
1900 on Dendi? Pretty close.
How about Funnick? 850 on him.
Yeah, not so close. Funnick had a much more difficult time in this lane. When NaVi draft their...
Godlike looking to use a finger on Loda.
I'll see. Oh, I mean, that's where I was looking. Loda, running out, he'll be okay. But yeah, usually when they do this LC Wisp, they keep the Wisp dedicated to that top lane. Obviously, they had to rotate to do the try-on-try, and that just hurt Funnick so much. It threw a wrench into the mix, and normally at this time, you'd expect Funnick to really have that snowball rolling, be closing into the blink, maybe just a couple of creeps away, and here he's only halfway there. And that will limit the amount of momentum that NaVi will find in that little window here. Dendi gets his blink the same time Axe does.
Potato smoked into Roshan.
Yep, with that Mask of Madness, nice and easy. NaVi, no idea. Well, you have an idea it's coming, but you don't know exactly when. And no real easy way to deal with this.
He's looking close to not being able to solo. They might have to devote one more hero to do so. Yeah, he's getting bashed a lot. Healing Ward is dead, which is going to bring in Loda.
Come on, Loader, here to save the day. And and Roche will die. So the Troll gets the bounty rune right beforehand, and then the Juggernaut will grab the Aegis of the Immortal, another little boon going the way of Alliance. And now it's into a double stack of Ancients.
On top of that, he gets a lot of levels, almost level 11. Last time he didn't have enough damage with level 2 Omni Slash. Different story. I know it looks like he's about to die to these creeps.
He's trying his hardest, but needs to be careful. Funnick up top, hiding in the trees. Looks like NaVi want to have a go at either Pycat or MyNuts. Dendi ready to blink over the tree line. And Go Black ready with the finger. They will just back out.
Yep, they know something's going on. There's Overlords in the mid and bottom river, and no one's really shown on the map. No one's farming bottom lane. More likely than not, the heroes are up top. Very smart defensive play from Axe and MyNuts.
So Loda, what's he going for? Ogre Club with 1,700 gold. Could just be straight BKB. I think fast S&Y tends to be more of the Loda flavor. Couple of options.
Ooh, the Crimson Guard.
Yeah,
That's quick.
first item on the Bristle. Just upgrades the Vanguard straight away. Pretty good this stage of the game. Mitigates a lot of damage when you use that active. Does help in the team fights. NaVi perhaps gearing up for Alliance to get a bit more aggressive. Dendi finds Loda, skewers him back, uses a solo RP. Oh my gosh, the disruption! Perfect timing, still takes the finger cooldown. All the damage was mitigated. Pycat wants to pursue, gets turned into a frog, and well, that'll be the end of that fight. No one dies, and that's a big victory for Alliance. 2 huge ultimates used.
Great positioning by MyNuts.
Wow. That's one of those like super clutch timings that you can't even really count on that often.
I mean, that's where the Ogre Club comes in. Even for an S&Y as opposed to a BKB, he has a lot of HP to tank through these ultimates. And not only that, it's dual. Goblak going for a D-Ward, but
it's going to be costly. And we'll get a stun on 2. Nice setup. Now the relocate coming in. Pycat goes on to Goblak, and they'll start to focus Ake. He manages to get the Grave off. Fast reaction there. Not enough mana for a TP, and we'll just get dueled. Now the disruption comes out. Will still be a winner for Funnick. And now Funnick gets Omni slashed and dunked. Brought down a 1 for 2. Alliance okay with that trade. Although Funnick did get a little bit of extra damage. Yep, got his first duel victory there.
oh, MyNuts kills the Sentry, but not the Observer Ward. It's slightly placed out of range, and they have a ward behind the tower. Dendi has to be very careful not to get caught by the blink from Pycat, and it looks like he's looking to counter-initiate.
Pycat, he wants to go in. This is dire vision we see, so they know exactly where Dendi's going. Creeps also know where he's going as they're following him into oblivion. And the tier 1 tower up top will fall. Loda gets the last hit and does indeed go for the S and Y, both of which, well, just 50 gold short, but we'll have it here just momentarily. That kill on Funnick couldn't have come at a much better time, slowing down his Blink Dagger even more. 200 gold away, and we'll have it, but have not made Funnick's life easy in this match, that's for sure.
The Great Crane had a great time. It wasted a lot of the relocate time. And when Bristlebacks out of the fight, boom, that's the cue for them to commit all in to winning that fight.
So Pycat, what's he looking at for his next item? Not much progression yet, just the Blink Vanguard slowing down on the farming. There's Blink Dagger on the LC, and ooh, a smoke in the mid. Pycat and Ake looking to get a little aggressive here, perhaps. Ake level 6 did opt to skill.
Oh, they might kill Goblak.
Loda, also invisible coming in. Goblak gets Berserker called. Ake is there with the heal, and the dunk gets interrupted, but oh, now he's hexed again. Still don't think he's going to be able to live, but at least buys himself a time. Battle Hunger slowing him down, and Dazzle will get credit for that kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Shadow Demon got jumped on by Relocate Gang, and 1-for-1 around the map. They trade supports. Glyph comes out, a defense at the tower. Alliance want to make a hold. Pycat comes in, taunts Havost back, and Havost will just go for the tower kill. No Deny comes out. Pycat's all by himself, though NaVi don't know that, and they will just get the tower.
Incredibly risky play by Pycat.
Yeah. Well, total tower count right now is 1-3, of course, in favor of Alliance on the dire side after that successful tri-lane. Glancing at the graphs overall, net worth about 3,500 in favor of Alliance at about 3,000 experience, so they're still in pretty good shape, kind of controlling this game. Checking in on the Juggernaut, he'll go for a Yasha, Aegis of the Immortal, pretty soon to expire, has about a minute left on it. But the Potato coming online, and like you talked about, level 11, so has that Omni Slash at the ready.
Crimson Guard on Crimson Guard action.
Ooh, it's getting steamy here.
Axe just a few hundred gold away from completing that.
Okay.
Nice piece of work.
Sure is. And he's actually got the recipe, so he's going to have it now. And that buckler delivered. So, continuing to stack Ancients, something Alliance have been utilizing pretty well this game. Potato finding a lot of farm on that front. NaVi, they stacked this Ancients a while ago, but they haven't cleared it out. So it is something that Alliance have just been doing more efficiently. Down bottom, initiation, onto the Lion. They catch him as he goes for the rune. The pick off on the Go Black.
And NaVi trying to venture into that Roshan pit area so they can get an Aegis for old Bristleback, but they are just repelled every time they try and go down there. Every single time.
Yeah.
Trying to get a jump on Dendi in mid, but he is in a pretty well fortified position right next to that T2 tower. Relocate is up.
Funnick is hiding in the top lane right now. Has a TP scroll, but a 5v4 in the mid lane, depending on how this fight breaks out. Havost is actually the highest net worth farmer right now. Picked up the Sange after the Crimson Guard. So still a pretty tanky force right now. 1700 HP on that Bristleback.
Problem is the LC is way far behind.
Yeah, not just the Bristle. LC is the lowest farming core in this game. The only folks lower than him are the supports. So
getting this huge stack. I think it's a quad stack.
Alliance move into the bottom tier 2 tower, and up top Funnick trying to pressure this one. He will not win the race. Fervor doing some work for Loda. Even an offensive weave here. The healing ward. Easy pushing for Alliance. This is like the game of Sange and Yasha. One on the Bristle, one on the Troll. I think the Potato's going to go for a Manta, but still, lots of SNY action this game, Merlini.
Is he going to go for a Manta?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen too many jugs go the SNY route.
It's alright. It's not so bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad, it just seems that most of them favor Manta.
Just to make you a little bit more elusive, and
yeah.
Still, Alliance already controlling this area too. We see, as you said, EGM always taking up the relocate on top.
Yep, duel on the Loda. He gets fingered. The relocate should secure the kill, and Funnick will get a bit of extra damage. Now up to 38. TP reaction coming in. Potato, Ake, and MyNuts all ready to fight. RP catches the Dazzle, but the Dazzle only. Now Funnick pursues forward onto MyNuts on the other side of the fight. Pycat can't really find the right opening as Potato comes in onto Funnick. It's a solo Omni Slash and a kill secured on the Legion Commander. A 1-for-2 as they did lose their Troll and Dazzle. Not the end of the world for Alliance.
They were just waiting there. Funnick was sitting up there so long waiting for a Blink 2-1 to relocate.
Yeah. It's a good setup, but still just not clean from NaVi. I mean, LC's like one of those few carries that you can actually trade 1-for-1 like that and get the dual damage and feel like, nah, that was okay. Could have been a lot worse, but
when it happens over and over again, it's just not so great. I think she was able to buy before she died, though, which is pretty big.
Yeah, you can pick up a broadsword.
Blade mills are really important in this game because they don't have any BKBs yet.
It is the SNY on Jug. Okay, you were right. EGM favoring some SNY action, tanking up a bit.
It's important to kite the Bristle and the LC because both of them have extra move speed, overwhelming odds, and the Warpath.
Yeah.
So they need to be able to kite them since they don't have naturally fast zeros.
Okay. 3 SNYs in one game, pretty atypical. Roche, the max timer here. 3 minutes after the first bout. Funnick, that's got it out by Loda. Whirling axes, and Funnick will just press the attack and head to safety. Pycat trying to close the gap. Gets off the
Look
battle.
at the maim, dude. The maim.
Ooh.
The maim.
All right. Easy pick on the LC. They will have to pay with their tier 1 towers. Potato comes spinning on in. It's a Potato frenzy. Now he gets hexed. Does not have an Omni Slash here. Might have bit off more than you can chew with that one. Alliance on their way in to try and take a fight, but with their Jug already dead, probably not the way they want to do it. Pycat going back in, uses a Berserker's Call.
Man, Pycat has a gem. He has to be very careful here.
Yeah, and it looks like he might just try to find the escape. Perhaps he'll sacrifice Ake again. He goes down, goes for the Grave TP. The interrupt is there, but it does hold NaVi's attention and allow the rest of his teammates to make an escape.
Yeah, not really sure what Potato was doing there without Omni Slash up. But even without it, he can get stunned or hexed during the transition from Blade Fury to Omni Slash from Godblack. I mean, also RP. He can just get RP during the spin and just die. So he has to be very careful not to make those sort of risky plays.
I mean, his teammates were moving that direction, so maybe he just thought they were a little bit closer and wanted to bait them before NaVi made their exodus.
But it's a level 1 spin. It's not going to really force a reaction out of NaVi at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm just sort of grasping at straws, trying to get the head.
You expect this team to come in, maybe get graved, and then right click, and then into armor slash up for he wants to go more. But it's still a risky play. If he gets a little bit of damage on Bristle, it doesn't matter. It's not going to stick because of the overcharge plus heal on IO.
Yeah.
EO.
So they will get some dewarding action here using the gem in the inventory of Pycat to get vision control of the Roach Pit. And we'll see some initiation here in the mid lane. Duel on to Loda. That'll be another winner for Funnick. A 5v4 as Pycat hops in onto Funnick now. Havos in the front lines. Crimson Guard used. They do get the kill on Legion Commander pretty quickly. All of a sudden a 4v4. Make it almost a 4v5 by Nuts with a great defensive disruption. Buys himself some time. Potato goes right back in after the Omni slash a Blade Fury. Back to the tower to try and live. Dendi there with the RP. Secures the kill on the Jug. Pycat. Good heal bomb from Ake. Turns the tides a little bit. Ake could pay with his life. The finger brings him down. Dunk onto Vincere, a chaotic bloodbath in the mid, but it is NaVi coming out on top as Alliance get repelled. A 2 for 3, possibly a 2 for 4. Pycat goes down, as does MyNuts with another shockwave to the scrotum. That'll be a huge fight for NaVi and a buyback on the axe. Pycat, he wants to take out the trash, but can he actually get the dunks? He's being kited around as sticky goose, slowing him down. Blink Dagger getting disabled by the Quills, and Havos just kiting all day. Dendi actually ends up dying to the Battle Hunger. Now Havos caught by the Berserker's Call. This should be a dunk, and he's dead. The buyback from Pycat, well worth it, as he cleans it up.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get the prized gem back in his inventory, but this should secure Roshan with Dendi down, RP down, as well as the Bristleback. EO is still up in case they want to make a relocate venture, but now that all 5 of the lines are up, very risky play. And Loda just gets blown up. Doesn't matter if he has BKB, he just gets trounced by the duel, and then the Bristleback escapes. Yeah.
But it will be a Roche for the Dire. 15 to 16, this is Roche number 2, I believe. Yep, EGM soloed the first one. Aegis this time goes to Axe. They gave it to the Jug first time around. And now Pycat can have that second life. He's also level 16, so Dunk getting a little bit more potent.
He's forced to run away from the Bristleback, which is, you know, ideally you want Bristleback to be running away from you and not doing any damage. But if he's able to stick on the axe after the call, that's very problematic for him. And he wants to be able to kill people with the Blink Call, but with a Wisp in the back, and not really an easy way to get to him.
Yeah.
Or a very long-range burst like a Finger of Death from Lion, let's say.
Up top, relocate on the tower. Some TP's coming in. They've got about 5 seconds till the relocate back. The tether's going to break. Vincere taken down before he gets sent back to the base. And Avost will manage to TP out. Tower did get killed by the Bristle, so not the worst trade for NaVi, but fortunately, old Vincere there, not going to make it out.
Gold lead very close to 0 after that tower. Jug picks up a Vlad's. Very nice for this team. I would have expected someone else to take it, but Dazzle is dirt poor. Shadow Demon working on a 4-staff to kite this gosh darn Bristleback. And Troll Warlord needs better defensive items of his own on top of the Vlad to try and survive this duel.
Yeah, his progression's been slowed down a lot. Only 1, 2, and 5. Has a lot of CS, but we'll have that BKB coming out before too long here. Avost really getting farmed though. 16k net worth. He started off so slow in that unfortunate tri-lane situation, but now he has more than recovered. A full Assault Cuirass. Obviously a great item on the Bristleback. Minus armor to counteract that new Vlad's. Make those Quills do even more damage.
He also has power, so he hits deceptively hard.
Yes.
Dendi smoked up, maybe looking for a kill on Aki over here, but it's not worth it. The RP, if he can get the Blink Skewer, it will be worth it.
He can get it on 2, then could be an option. Hops onto Loda, now the relocate comes in, Skewer away from Ake. And they try to bring down the Dazzle, they do. No grave for you, Loda. He gets fingered, BKBs, then dies instantly. Fast 2-0, coming out in favor of NaVi. The Crimson Guard's been used. Pycat thinking about an initiation, and will catch Go Black with the Berserker's Call. Loses some of his mana. Go Black will be the sacrificial lamb that gets left behind to make it a 1-for-2 trade, but more space being created. Vincere and Havost pressuring that tier 2 in the mid, and you've got Funnick farming up top.
Still another kill for Legion Commander and another death for Loda. he's farming out too riskily. I think that what they had to do is swap the farm. Axe farms in the lane because he has the Aegis, and then Troll takes the safer places like the Ancients, like the Mutes. But at the same time, NaVi has very good ward vision around there, and he's not going to be able to avoid all the ganks due to the nature of smoke.
Yeah. NaVi clearing out the dire jungle. Mech is up on Vincere now. And just look at these NaVi wards. They've got 2 down in this mid lane, giving them so much intel into this primary access way around the map. They're going to find another gank onto the up top as I'm looking at Radiant Vision here. Sorry, that was my bad. A 1-for-1 trade. LC up to 66 damage now. He's getting that.
He's also just bought a Ghost Scepter to deal with Potato.
Okay.
Probably needs a Diffusal on Potato to counter this. It's also just a good way to deal with the Wisp. Diffusal and try and burst him down quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see LC grab Ghost Scepter that often, but it makes a lot of sense here. So good against the Jug. All right, Alliance grouping up once more. They've got this Aegis for another minute and want to make some use of it. I think they can. With LC dead for 15.
I don't know. This is really risky. If Havos gets like 1 or 2 kills on the supports, everyone else is going to fall. It doesn't matter if he has Aegis or not. I think this is far too risky for them to engage.
Looks like they agree. They'll just back on out. The BKB is now up on the Troll, though, so maybe that'll help Loda.
A duel, man. Duel's
maybe. Yeah.
Especially duel plus Empower.
It'll at least stop him from, if he, well, is able to BKB, then they can't just finger him for an easy kill. But, I mean, they killed him without finger plenty of times, so. Ooh, someone's getting a little lag here. Pycat did go for a halberd, so now we'll tank here with that evasion, but has the big disarm. And useful against the LC.
Against Bristle, too.
Yeah, useful against the Bristle. Yeah,
like
you said, you can't underestimate how much damage he does. He has 2 stacks of Warpath on right now, and he hits for 200 pop. And there's still a few stacks to go after that. Yeah, it really adds up quick. And he will, well, he's got 4,000 gold, so if the Bristle wants a BKB, he can have it soon.
I think he just goes for a heart.
Yeah, just raw HP.
Yeah,
that's the nice thing about Bristle. It's like he hits really hard, so you kind of want to disarm him, but if you disarm him, he still isn't that upset about it. He's still just running around, spamming the quills, getting in a good position. He will go for the Skull Basher, though. Not going to hard it, at least not yet.
He hasn't been focused very often, but that might switch when they see him go for this build.
Oh, Bonnet goes in on the Loda, gets the kill again. Wisp relocates, and Pycat, they thought they could turn it around, but the Wisp catching him off guard. Ake will grade TP, no way to stop it. And, yep, there you go. Shadow Demon will make it out also.
Loda yet again.
Yeah, rinse and repeat, man.
Where is the Dazzle to help him out here? I mean, he's going to die after the grave regardless, but at least they won't give him dual damage.
Yeah.
So plus 80 damage on Legion Commander with Empower hitting for 270 damage. Bristleback without Empower hitting for around 270 with 3 stacks.
Bristle. Carry Bristle, man. Skull Basher. This guy is ridiculous.
Basher's just really nice to...
Oh, Potato, he walks right into it, gets hexed. He will get dueled and brought down before he can even use a Blade Fury or an Omni Slash. Oh, the Potato. That was a Potato with a play right there.
He is also going for a Basher, though. Not really that much consistent damage from Alliance. Yeah, Bristleback pretty much has 100% Omni.
Marlini, there is no buyback on this Juggernaut, nor is there a dire glyph. This is Elena Barracks, I think. Podcat, he's going to come in. He'll try to make a defense. Goes for the Wisp, but NaVi have a lot of reinforcements. Huge RP from Dendy. Connects on 2. Loda and Podcat locked in place. Vincere taking a lot of damage. Loda wants to bring him down. Vincere moving around the trees. Will fall on the backside. But now can they find the recovery kills? Sabos brings down Ake. Wisp will buy back to get in the fight. Dendy, skewer on 2. Brings them all back. Keeps him out of the well. Loda duel and brought down again as Nuts sticky gooed, but will make it back to the well. That's 1 lane of barracks down. NaVi, they might stick around. Vincere relocated back in after the buyback, and we'll just head back. Leave Bristle here. This is too big. Glyph up in 24 seconds. This will at least be another tier 3 tower, if not another lane of barracks.
Great bait by Vincere there. And without the Juggernaut, there was no way for them to stop the RP or even kill the Wisp without taking an RP.
Yeah. So it's starting to feel like we could be moving into a game 3 here. Alliance took that long game 1, and now NaVi in control of this one. About 10,000 gold, 5,000 experience in their favor as Havost picks up the Abyssal Blade. Possibly the nail in the coffin. No more buybacks available for Alliance. All NaVi need to do is win this fight, and they will take us into a game 3.
He hits for 450 with the power.
Oh my god, he's so big. Pycat comes in, gets hexed straight away, the axe blown up. Oh, that's Ake blown up, pardon me. Axe still alive, and not for long. There's your Abyssal Blade coming out. Omni Slash bouncing around, doing some decent damage, but it simply isn't enough. My Nuts goes down following the Pycat. Now the Potato gets shucked, cut up, and thrown in the stew. Loda wants to stand his ground, but forces GG out 27, make it 28-19. As Alliance get wiped up again, and NaVi take a very dominant victory.
And Wisp just makes people Supermans. Bristle didn't even have any items at the start, yet he was able to dive like 3 heroes on top and escape unscathed.
That was after Alliance won the top lane. We can't forget, Juggernaut got a solo kill in the LC. The tri lane went very well for the Dire. Aggro tri, they cut the wave. Axe had everything he could have wanted, 6.5 minute Vanguard. And Bristle just farmed his way back into that game, ending 14-2-12. What a performance from Havost.
Also great play from Funnick. He sacrifices his life a lot of the time to keep Loda down. And Loda